there. First of all, excuse the glare from my glasses, but today we're going to be talking about postpartum depression. Having a child is a wonderful gift, but it's important to take care of yourself and recognize any signs of postpartum depression, which throughout this video I'm going to refer to as PPD. Did you know that approximately 600,000 women are diagnosed with PPD in the US every year? But even more shocking, 50% of women who give birth to a live child will go undiagnosed with postpartum depression. There's a huge stigma around mental health, especially PPD. It's an uncomfortable thing to talk about, but it's important that you know the signs and get help. At the end of the day, you matter. The statistics really speak for themselves. There are hundreds of thousands of women that are going through this. You deserve to be educated on a matter like this. As a mother who suffered from postpartum depression, it's my goal to impact at least one individual and let them know that it's okay to reach out for help. These aren't just numbers and symptoms I'm going to be talking about. They are personal things that I've been through along with many other women. So let's get into defining PPD and how it's relevant to you. As defined by womenshealth.gov, postpartum depression is a serious mental illness that involves the brain and it affects your behavior and physical health. Many refer to PPD as the baby blues. Emotions like sadness and emptiness may occur. PPD wasn't even brought into the light until the 1980s, so your older family might chalk it up to just the baby blues, something you'll get over, something not to worry about, but it is a mental health disorder and it's something that you can get treated for. The symptoms might include mood swings, loss of appetite, loss of energy, irritability, hopelessness, anxiety or panic attacks, and even thoughts of harming yourself or others. Most women will recover from PPD within 6 months. Many women don't seek help, and they worry about what others may think. But in fact, it's healthy to get help, and it's the best thing that you can do for yourself and your newborn. I was one of those women who didn't report their symptoms. It took many tears and a lot of loneliness for me to finally seek guidance and get help. I've struggled from depression and anxiety since I was a teenager, so I know what the feelings are like. I knew that I had a risk of developing postpartum depression because of my previous diagnosis, but I thought that once I had my son that essentially I would lose all depression and become a really happy and focused, happy-go-lucky mom. At first, I ignored all of the warning signs. I focused on my baby and I forgot to take care of myself. I started to notice that I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating well, I wasn't taking care of myself. I just kind of let myself go, in a sense. The symptoms got worse, and I knew that I needed help. I knew that I couldn't function on this level for forever, and so I talked to my doctor, and we got everything figured out. I got a routine established, I worked on myself, I worked on breathing exercises, and eventually I was able to level out, and I was able to be the best mom that I could be, and the best person for myself. So I found what worked for me, and I've been able to find my sense of purpose, but none of that would have been possible if I didn't reach out for help in the first place. There's so many treatments and resources available to mothers who think they are suffering from postpartum depression. If you're having suicidal thoughts, the suicide hotline is available 24/7. If your spouse is a military member, I would highly recommend Military One Source. Having utilized them in the past, I can vouch that they are a great resource and they'll get you help as soon as they can. The Mayo Clinic does suggest therapies as a great resource to use. You can develop things like coping strategies, goals, problem solving, and just have an outlet to express your feelings in a private setting. Medication can also be used to balance your hormone levels. A lifestyle change such as exercise, resting, a balanced diet, and avoiding alcohol are all going to be great contributing factors to you limiting your symptoms of postpartum depression. Having a child is a wonderful gift, but it's very important that you take care of yourself and you recognize postpartum depression and that it's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something that you should shy away from. It's really encouraging to talk about it because you may find that there's a lot of women out there who can relate to you. In conclusion, postpartum depression is a common mental health condition. It may not be spoken about as much as it should, but being informed is going to help you recognize and hopefully get you the help sooner rather than later. Motherhood is a beautiful experience, but it can be lonely at times. Don't be afraid to seek help and make your mental health a priority. Thank you.